Hello, everyone.
Hello,
I
it's
hope
good
you
to have
can
you here.
hear me. Thank you. Apology for the delay. I hope you can hear me, see my screen, and see me as well. Thank you all for joining our webinar today. It's a persona-based webinar focused on marketing. This webinar is brought to you by Microsoft and Technology. It's a series of webinar around Microsoft 365 Copilot, accompanying the webinars and the activities with Microsoft AI Fest month. Thank you for being here again, and let's dive in. But before we begin, I'd really like to know if the audience have used Copilot. Yeah, have you tried Copilot? Do you have the Copilot license? Have you tried any flavor of Copilot? Please use thumb up, thumb down, use the chat window. Let's interact and maximize the benefit out of this webinar. You see, your interactions will drive this webinar. Everything you would want to know will appear as a demonstration to help you or to help answering those questions. Um, I like my sessions to be interactive, so please engage, and that's how we maximize the benefit out of this session. So tell me, have you tried Copilot? Not yet. Mm, all right, good answer. I like that. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for the feedback. All right. So today we will focus, as I mentioned, on marketing, right? So what we will do is kind of a chain scenario. We will draft some content in Word and then create PowerPoint presentations out of that. Go to Microsoft Loop and brainstorm with Copilot, create some visuals and marketing artifacts um, for the product and so on. So we will try to chain up the scenario if you like. So let's begin with Microsoft Word. Yeah. All right. So in Microsoft Word, let me just switch tenants in here for my training tenant. Yep, there we go. Lighter and brighter. All right, so once you go to Microsoft Word, Copilot is right there offering help. You can't miss it. All right, and if you don't have this interface, once you click here, another icon of Copilot will appear right here. Right. So our first request from Mr. Copilot is to help us. Let me do that again for a second. That one disappeared. There you go. We want Copilot to help us draft a one-page campaign brief for our company or our product, AquaSync. Right? It's a smart water bottle for fitness enthusiasts, including we want to include product features, benefits, and marketing channels. So let's send that to Copilot and let's see what we will get. As you expect from any generative AI, it came back with the information we want. But if I had a product description written in a document, I would have been able to upload that document to the prompt, and now Copilot will generate more contextual content, right? More content relevant to my product instead of making up things for me. So there you go. Got title. It's pretty much formatted. Product features. There we go. All right. LED indicators. This is a wide imaginations in your Copilot, but yeah, I'll roll with that. benefits, okay, marketing channels. I got some social media, email campaign, and fitness blog and websites. And well, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds all right to me. However, I can follow up with a couple of prompts. So just allow me to get my prompts on the screen. There you go. So once this prompt is ready, what I can do, I can ask Copilot to rewrite this prompt, rewrite the tone of the prompt, if you like, to be more persuasive and tech savvy. There you go. My point is, if I want to modify something after it was generated, I can simply click on the prompt area and follow up with a prompt, send that prompt to Copilot, and I will get my content regenerated for me. All right. And there we go. It's rewritten the product for me based on the tone that I've chosen. Right, advanced hydration monitoring, seamless Bluetooth connectivity, yeah, dynamic LED indicators, and so on. So my request wasn't really. It was more fictional. So maximize hydration efficiency and marketing channels, all good. Got more channels. If I'm satisfied, I'll just click on keep it. But if I want to follow up with another prompt, maybe I go like, you know what? Let's work on SEO. Let me add SEO friendly phrases for the online fitness audience. All right. So I'm gonna send this to Copilot, and um, Copilot will add everything related to my SEO. So once I'm satisfied, I'm gonna click keep it in order to keep my tech product, my smart water bottle. And if I want to generate images, I can simply click on the Copilot icon in here. It's a bit faulty. It doesn't want me to click on it. There we go. And then I can ask Copilot to generate a product visual, yeah, for this product. So I can say, you know what, generate a product visual for AquaSync, showing it in a gym environment, emphasizing smart features like temperature display, hydration reminders, and so on. Now, meanwhile, let's get you busy. So those who don't have Copilot access or Copilot license, what you can do, you can follow those prompts from copilot.microsoft.com. All right. So you will access copilot.microsoft.com. I'm going to paste the link on the chat window. All right. Sign in with your personal accounts. And let's get you busy. So you will get the chance to practice with me, although it's in a different interface, but it's good to try it yourself, even if it's not on the same product, but at least it will work with you for you. Now, once you do something, I'm gonna share the prompts for you, exactly what I want you to do, and then you will send me screenshots on the chat window. So your first prompt is to draft the water bottle campaign, right? So do this and share with me the prompts, or share with me, sorry, the result, a quick screenshot. And then you can follow up with those two prompts I'm sharing on the chat window. I'm sharing all of this on the chat window. There we go, here. That's the first prompt. All right, these are the two follow-up prompts for you to try. And then to generate the image, I'm gonna need you to click or use this prompt. All right. Meanwhile, let me take a look at the images generated by Copilot. So I'm going to add them to the page. Just going to scroll all the way down, add me a couple of lines, and then click on the image, and then click on insert. Click on another image, and then click on insert. Third image and insert. And now I'll take a look at my AquaSync product. There we go. Very smart water bottle. There we go. Okay. And that's my third. So anyone I like, I'll keep. The ones I don't like, I will get rid of. Okay. So screenshots, what did you get? Okay, I'm adding a quick poll. I just wanted to know who would follow us within the exercises that we will assign during this webinar, and who is there to enjoy the demos and don't want to participate in any activity. Let me know. And for me, that's a pulse check. I just wanted to know who's alive in this call and who is treating us like YouTube at the corner of the screen, multitasking, and so on. You'll enjoy the demo. Okay. All right. No problem. Submit your vote. Submit your vote. So it's 50-50 so far. Until the vote completes, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this document. There we go. I'm going to drop it to OneDrive because I want to use it later on another Copilot. Well, let's see the vote. The vote is 50-50. Yeah. And 4 responded. The rest are definitely enjoying the demo. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, we can close this now. All right, enjoy the demo then. Just allow me a second. Need to enhance the brightness of the screen. All right. Now that we've created the description for our product and its feature, and we will use this generated content to build our campaign, right? So I'm gonna get rid of Word. I don't want Word anymore. What I want to do now on my next scenario is to build a PowerPoint around this description that we created. So I will jump to PowerPoint, and I'm going to start a blank PowerPoint. And within my first slide, I can see Copilot icon. I'll click on the Copilot icon, and then I will see create a presentation, or maybe from a file, or ask Copilot. These first two take you to the same interface. So if you click on create a presentation or create a presentation from a file, the difference is that when you say from a file, it immediately put a / on the screen. You see this / the // is what opens this panel here for me to choose the file that I want, or maybe I can click on reference a file, which will open the same panel for me as well. So what I want to do now, I want to look for my aqua. You see, I started typing AQ, and then it picked the file that has those letters within it. So even if you don't see the file you want within the list, just start typing anything from the name of the file and then select the file that you want. And now I can ask Copilot. I can just simply send the prompt like this to Copilot, or I can say, I want you, Mr. Copilot, to generate a product visual for, oh, sorry, that's not the prompt that I want. My bad. I'm going for this prompt in here. All right. Yep, I want to create 5 slides. You know what? I'm not going to determine the number of slides. Let it generate what it can generate. Create a presentation based on this Word document, include values, proposition, audience, timeline, and KPI. Well, as long as there is this part, create a presentation about this, it understands. So I don't really need to say, create a presentation about this document, okay? So I'll delete create a presentation about this document, and I'll keep include value proposition, audience, timeline, and KPI, and then send this to Copilot using this button here, and let the magic happen. Kalimuddin, what we're doing is what you missed is we drafted content using Copilot in Microsoft Word, yeah, and that's around a smart water bottle, social media campaign, concepts and plan and so on. And now we're using that same exact file that we generated by Copilot in Word within Copilot in PowerPoint in order to create the content or the PowerPoint. You see, it created the content as I mentioned, right? Include value proposition and so on. So if you want to modify your initial prompt, create a presentation about this document, use the content of the document for the slides. If it doesn't work the way you want, just modify your prompt for the slides and add value proposition and audience and timeline and so on. And let's see how will that work. Is your hand up intentionally, Kalim? Kalimuddin.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're fine, going good. Alhamdulillah. I just want to ask, as I'm working in the IT department, and I registered the last time. I don't know, like how many session is available for this Copilot training, but I just want to know how, like, this session is specific for the cells and all, and just like I can get some knowledge about how we can utilize this Copilot in
You
our.
it's the scenario that we're using is a marketing scenario based on the persona for this webinar. However, the tool is the same. So you will benefit from this session. You just have to relate.
Okay,
Yeah,
inshallah.
inshallah. Great to have you here, Kalim. All right. So again, if I want to modify the prompt to emphasize on certain things, I can. You've seen it. I can click on Edit Prompt and modify it. If I want to add something, I would add it in here. I'll click on the Add, and then I'm going to ask Copilot to add something about, let's say, we have the product features, we have the benefits. Let me add it here and say a intro and overview. All right, I'm gonna send that to Copilot. Copilot will generate the intro and the overview for me. I got my intro and overview, and the good thing is that I can adjust the position of those titles and the order of the slides before generating them. So once I agreed with Copilot on what I want, I'll generate the slides, okay? I clicked on generate slides, and now Copilot is working on generating the slide content for me, which includes titles, content, images, animation, all right, presenter notes, and it will put them in sections and so on. So it's a good first draft for me to start using Copilot and working on Copilot, or working on my presentation, let's say. There you go. I'm gonna keep it. I can see I have different designs. I have different sections. If I click to preview this one, there you go. I got the campaign briefing. It's animated, right? That's the about the agenda. This is the title, and then propose. There we go. I don't like this images. Maybe I change it later. Key features and benefit summary and so on. Yeah. So created the presentation for me. Now I can work on the I can work on the slides if I want. For instance, maybe I'll click on one of the slides and take a look at this content. Maybe I'll click on Copilot icon and ask Copilot to auto rewrite or make it condense or make it professional. Yeah, and I can quickly modify the content the way I want. I asked it to make it condense and shrink it for me. I want it to make it professional, and there we go. And it will change the wording for me. You just have to click on keep it first. Sorry? Yes,
Yeah,
Ammar.
may I ask question? Yeah.
Yeah, please, Ammar.
Can I write a prompt at this level and ask it, for example, to make it 4 bullet points? Will it work?
This content?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna try it for you, but I'm telling you, it's easier to select it and do it yourself. Yeah, but we're gonna try it.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Makes sense. These small touches, it's easier to do it. Like it helped you generating the content, but these small things you can do. So what else it can do? It can summarize the presentation for you, right? Like summarize this presentation and then send this prompt to Copilot and it will do the needful. You can create, and here is the summary, right? And if you want, you can copy it, for instance, or it can even read it out loud for you. You can create a presentation about, and then choose a topic. You can extract content from an image. So if you have for a reason you brought a flyer online that talks about a similar topic, and you want to use it, what I did is I screenshot this page, right? And I'm just gonna save it to my downloads. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it there. And then I'll come to Copilot and ask Copilot to extract from this image, all right, extract text. Now it's asking me to upload the image. I'm gonna upload the image. And the image is on my downloads. Select the image that I want. The text is already there for me. Extract text from this image, and I'm gonna send it, and then I can extract the text that I want. So again, we find so many informations online in the form of infographics and in the form of slides and so on. And instead of typing the information in there, we can extract it from Copilot and ask Copilot later on to auto rewrite in order to paraphrase and so on. I can add a slide. Let's say maybe I want to add the slide here. Yeah, at the conclusion, add a slide. Add a slide. Let's say add a Q&A slide, all right? And then it can add it, or maybe add a slide about a certain topic and it will add it. And have you noticed that on all those slides, there is, come on. All right, you want me to, for a reason, to restart this conversation? So let me do that. I hope it's not internet connectivity issue. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, Teresa. All right, so what I will do in this case, I'm going to save this document and reopen it. All right, let me close this one, get rid of this one, and then open PowerPoint again. You see, technology fails you when you need it the most. So that happens. I'm going to close all of my other PowerPoints. Get back to this PowerPoint. And Copilot, fingers crossed. There we go. Paste my prompt again. And let's see. There we go. I got my Q&A. The last selected image was slide was this one. That's why it added it beneath it immediately. I could have mentioned that I want the slide to be added at the end of the presentation, but I was doing it in a rush. There we go. All right, so maybe this is my Q&A. If you want to know more about the different capabilities, I'll send you a prompt library later on, okay? That you can see more prompts of what you can do. But again, Copilot always suggests, what marketing channels are used. So these are questions for you to understand the content in front of you, because maybe this presentation is developed by one of your team, and you as a leader, you want to review this content. So you have some questions. So you ask the questions in Copilot and generate the answers from the document, and then it adds references as well. So you want to know where on the document was mentioned retail and e-commerce partnership and so on. So you click on the reference and it takes you to the slide that it's summarized. All right. Do you have any questions so far?
Excuse me, is it possible to, I mean, the notes, I see the notes are very short. I mean, can we see the other notes?
Yeah, sure. There we go. They should be short. You're not, because our content, this is generated from our content as well. The document, our content wasn't huge, but it's spot on to what you want to say. Yeah.
Okay. How about the? I mean, what Copilot? We know Copilot is using ChatGPT in the backend. Well, what kind of? I mean, is it for all? What kind of? Or is it customized? We want to know what quality of content the generated content is.
All right. Good question, sir. Well, let me say this. Well, ChatGPT or OpenAI created an instance, a copy of ChatGPT, and this copy is the one that Microsoft is using for its Copilot. All right. It's not the same copy of GPT. All right, it's not the same instance, not the same model of GPT. All right, which means that's one layer of security here. It's not the same model used by the public, right? Another difference is that anything you share with ChatGPT usually is used by ChatGPT and returned by ChatGPT. GPT remembers all of your interactions. So when you share personal or corporate information, GPT can expose this information whenever someone asks about it. Copilot doesn't do that. And unlike ChatGPT, Copilot can get data from the web, and Copilot can get data from your corporate data as well. Yeah. So it can leverage your content. Now, with that being said, all of generative AI tools, all of them, take it from me, they tend to have mistakes, errors, do errors, and then hallucinate as well. Now, to reduce the level of hallucination or the margin of error, what you need to do is to work on your prompt, is to write a specific prompt, to add sources. So don't leave it to Copilot to go and get data from wherever it pleases, right? No, because it can go to the web and get data and see some relevant data on your corporate, and all of this information can cause it to hallucinate. So that's why we always say, define the source of your data. So what you do is you upload certain documents. You ask it clearly on the prompt, go to those websites and get me the data, or go to those documents and compare and get me your findings, and so on. Yeah, because you see, Copilot has access to all of your Microsoft 365 documents that looks like this. All your files on OneDrive, SharePoint, Planner, Outlook, your OneNotes, your Excel's document, the groups you're in, the files you share with others, the files shared by others with you. So don't let it drown in all of this, and direct it. All right. And the way you really get valuable content from any Copilot or any AI tool is the art of prompt engineering. Start with a goal in mind. What do you want from Copilot? Well, I want a presentation. Yeah. Let's talk about our success stories during the last year. Good, but not enough. You need to give Copilot some context. Who is this presentation presented to? Who are your target audience? And marketing people know this know exactly what I'm talking about. Some rationale around what you want to do, right? How long is the presentation? Are you going to present for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes? Are you targeting executives or all employees? You see that the language is different between these two. The terms are different. The depth of level of information is different. All right. So you need to add some context on your prompt. And then third thing is the source. Specify from where to get this information, and don't forget to mention your expectation. Do you want the tone to be professional? Do you want the tone to be friendly? Yeah, authoritative. Do you want the content to be short, long content, bullet points, table? All right. So if you have all of those within your prompts, you will reduce the margin of hallucination and error, and you will get quality information. But that being said, you always have to review. Copilot never, or all the AI tools, never generates the final product for you, or the final document or artifact for you. You are the custodian of your final output. You have to review and check and fact check the content. Copilot will help you write your first draft. With Copilot, you'll never write the first draft again. Yeah, it's Copilot who will do it. You need to generate your final document. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you.
All right, I had to use a different slide from a different project, but it helped me delivering the point. All right, so I was here and I was an Azure related content, and I know now I can go to Copilot panel and now I can interact with the document, right? And I can ask it to add slide and add content and generate images, all right? Similar to what we did in Word. And everything we've done here, I can do in Word as well, all right? So that was the scenario that I wanted to walk you through. So let's say, assuming that we had a meeting, and on this meeting we discussed a lot of things regarding our fancy smart product, our water bottle, or during the meeting, Copilot can actually help. So I can go to Copilot. I can ask Copilot to recap the meeting, okay, and then it will tell me the recap of the meeting. All right. I can say, I joined late. Did anyone mention my name? And then it will tell me if anyone mentioned me. All right. So Copilot knows everything happened in the meeting. Here is the key topics discussed. All right. Daily announcement, introduction webinar, Copilot usage in Word. All right. Enhancing content, generating product visuals, and that's exactly what we discussed, isn't it? Interactive session, creating PowerPoint presentation, and there we go. I can open it in Word immediately. So Copilot can help you before the meeting, and it can help you during the meeting, and it can help you as well after the meeting, because what happens is after every meeting like this one, I'm gonna show you a demo from our previous webinar. Let me just access that. All right. So this is the chat of our previous webinar. I'm gonna click on view recap. This is what you receive at the end of any meeting. All right. So you receive a video recording, the speakers who spoke within this webinar and when exactly. All right. And you get AI summary created by Copilot for the whole meeting. Follow-up tasks. All right. Mentions, if anyone mentioned anyone, all right, or mentioned me, the actual transcript, and so on. So I can leverage this one. I can go to Copilot on Microsoft Teams and ask Copilot to generate action items from a certain meeting. And the way I would reference that particular meeting is by clicking on add or type a / and then go to meetings. Maybe I search for the meeting that I want. And if I can see it in front of me, I'll just choose it. Okay. And then I'll say highlight the main points. This could be, despite the typos, it will understand, of course. This could be highlight, this could be recap, this could be generate minutes of meeting, this could be anything related to our meeting for our social media campaign for our product. All right, there we go. I got the highlights from that meeting. Similarly, you in chat in Copilot, we call it Copilot Chat. Copilot Chat in Teams, you can reference people. You can go like, okay, files. You can go for meetings, all right, emails, and so on. You can even go like, you know what, people, Rania. So I can say, oh, what did this person say about a certain topic? You're trying to remember. CEH, for instance. There we go. What did Rania say about CEH? So now Copilot is going to access all of my Microsoft 365 applications, yeah, and get me this one. However, because this is good, because this conversation mentioned a webinar. So Copilot remembered this part, and it thought I asked about Rania's saying within the webinar, all right? And it came back saying did not specifically mention anything about ethical hacking. So what I would do, I'll go for a new a new chat. And that's the right thing to do, because if you ask Copilot for different topics within the same chat, it might hallucinate, all right? And the same practice for all the other AI tools. We got questions here. Should we say from the beginning that we will need a recap? Didn't get that question. Yes.
I tried to see from an old meeting the recap, and I got this picture at the end. Do you see the picture? It says you don't have permissions.
Yes, the meeting you accessed, it's from outside the organization, or
No.
The organizer of the meeting closed the recap for you. You don't have permission to access it. So if you're
I think I organized this.
Maybe
but
you
maybe
did not.
It's old. It's old. Huh?
No, there is another factor. There is another factor. You see, in every meeting, if you want Copilot to attend the meeting and capture all of what's said in the meeting, you click on More, Record, and Transcribe. You have to make sure that the transcription is on.
Okay.
Copilot
So
doesn't
we
care
have
about
to
the recording.
declare it.
Yes, you have to turn it on. And when you turn it on, you will see that it captures everything I'm saying.
Okay.
And that's how it knows who said what exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now I can ask Copilot, for instance, what was question? There we go. Yeah, and that was it. From the beginning that we will need to recap. I mentioned that they try to, and so on. Yeah. So during the meeting, very helpful. After the meeting, super helpful. Before the meeting, brilliant, because it will help you prepare for the meeting and create the meeting agenda and so on. All right. Now, so maybe the prompt could be a bit sophisticated like this one. Summarize key action points from our last meeting with the social media and design teams and suggest next steps for the campaign. Look, I have no meeting, such a meeting in my data. So I'm just going to risk it and share it with Copilot and see what will Copilot do. Looking for your last meeting with social media and design teams. It brought a very long meeting, a very old meeting, apparently. Coordinate with design and content theme, social media, revise social media. Whoa, that's a very old one. But it got it. Yeah, it got me what needs to be done. And it got me even from where, you see? There was emails, there was a presentation, and there is OneNote marketing content. So it gathered all of this information from all of these sources, and it came back with the answer. All right. You know what? Let's draft a team message to the design lead with a request
can I
for
ask
3
one
banner
thing?
mockup. Oh yes, tell
Hello.
me.
Yeah, as you said, like that, you prompt something to the Copilot for regarding your last meeting, and it got all the details for you. Okay, so my question is like, you were logged in with your ID during the last meeting, that it got all the detail from fetch all the details from there, or you didn't use that time, but still it has something, some kind of artificial intelligence that got the details from there.
Yeah, what happened is it didn't find any meeting. Yeah, so it went and it used our artificial intelligence brain, and it gathered the information related to the topic I asked about from those documents, from an email, a presentation, and a OneNote document. But it did not actually find any meeting. You see, it seems there are no direct record of the last meeting with the social media and design team. However, I based on available documents and emails. Here are some key action points and suggested next step for the campaign asset. So that's what it did.
Yeah, I got it. But my question is like how it got your email and other things like your
Oh,
OneNote
that's
and
the
all.
question.
That's the question. How it got
All
it?
right, sir. All right, because it has access to all of this. It has access to Microsoft 365 applications. Anything I have in my OneDrive, on my SharePoint, it can access it, all of my emails.
So you mean to
And
say
that's
like
the power.
suppose, yeah, okay. So you mean to say if we are logging with our company like email ID and we are using the OneDrive and other things as well. So whenever we want, we can fetch the details from there via Copilot.
Yes, yes. You just
Strange,
need to
very
have
strange.
the Copilot license.
Oh, I
Without
got
the
your point.
license, you're just using Microsoft Office applications.
So it means like as you said previously, like we should not like upload our like confidential things to the Copilot app.
No, 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 no,
Uh,
no, 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 no. I did not say this. I said don't
hmm.
upload your confidential things to ChatGPT.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's a chat GPT, not the Copilot.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
With
so much for
Copilot, you're
clearing
safe.
all these things. That's why. Thank you, sir.
With Copilot, you are safe.
Thank you, Alhamdulillah.
All right, because it's an enterprise version. It's not.
That's why I was asking because if we are using as an enterprise like license, then how we are not say by uploading our data and all.
No, no, you are safe. You are safe. To
Yeah,
all
sorry.
those who misheard me, you're
I'm
safe
sorry.
with Copilot.
I thought like it's a Copilot, not the J. Thank you
No,
for
no, no.
clearing the thing, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. So seems like um, we need a bit of an intro. I saw similar names. I mean, familiar names. I thought everyone here attended my previous webinars where we introduced Copilot and so on. So let me take a step back from the demos, and then I'll get back to the demos. So in here, we agreed that the difference between Copilot and the difference between ChatGPT. This Copilot is more secure, right? And we've tried an example, but you see, the version of Copilot that I'm using now is called Microsoft 365 Copilot. Other than this one, we have other flavors of Copilot. We have the free Copilot, the website that I shared with you to practice with me. And then we have the Pro version Copilot. This is for individuals who wants Copilot apart from their corporate environment on their personal devices. So you can get the premium version, Copilot Pro. The one I'm talking about and I'm using now is Microsoft 365 Copilot, which is a Copilot in all of those folks in this Microsoft 365 family. But these are not the only flavors. We have GitHub Copilot. This one is for developers to help them write code. Okay. And then we have, for those who use Dynamics, we have Copilot for you for your CRM and ERP applications. And if you use Microsoft Power Platform like Power Automate and Power BI and Power Apps and Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages, they all have Copilot. So you can ask Copilot to automate a workflow for you, or ask Copilot to create a dashboard for you, or ask Copilot to build an application for you, and it will build the application. And for the techies, we have Security Copilot, where they get to have conversation with the whole network and their security systems and so on. Copilot is not for ITs or RT or for techies. Copilot is for everyone. Whether you're on a strategic level, tactical level, operational level, Copilot helps everyone. In fact, I generated all of those images using Copilot. The common factor between all of these is prompt engineering. All right. And here is a library of prompts that you might need to take a look at to show you what else I can do with Copilot. And you will have a couple of videos as well to walk you through small features of Copilot. So let me paste this here, copy the link and share it with you. I'm going to share it on the chat window, all right? That's the prompt library. You got some videos here. Copilot is on all of those applications, and you can see all of them if you want to. Yeah, click on see all. You see Copilot in all of these applications. And then we have some useful prompts to try. Click on View All Prompts, and there you go. You have the prompts. Yeah, you can filter them by app. You can filter them by task if you want to catch up, analyze, learn, prepare, design. And you can filter them by job role or department, or maybe a Copilot agent that you want to use. We have an agent as a career coach, idea coach, learning coach, prompt coach, and so on. And if you have saved prompts, yeah, like this ones, they will appear here as well. And you have team prompts, they will appear here as well. Yeah. But you didn't know that you can save prompts? Yes, you can save prompts. Because imagine what I do every morning, right? I go to Copilot and I ask Copilot to help me plan for my day. It's a very long prompt I'm going to show you now. I don't need to type it every time. I click on View Prompts. I go to the prompt library. I click on the View Prompts was here for those who didn't quote it. There we go. Here is View Prompts. I click on View Prompts. I go to Your Prompts and Day Planning. I named it. I'm going to click on it. It will write the prompt for me. I just send it to Copilot. This is the prompt. You see how long is the prompt? You see, I'm asking Copilot to organize my unread emails, urgent tasks, today's task, and meetings into a table and suggest optimal time to work on each item. But I gave it some instructions, context, right? I go like, okay, for the unread emails, list all unread emails with the subject, sender, and receive time. Prioritize email based on urgency and relevance, right? And then urgent tasks, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then today's task, and so on. And I gave it some examples as well. I go like, okay, category details, suggested time, and unread. That's the example for the table, right? Category details, and so on. And eventually, this is the result. Unread emails. I got those unread emails, suggested time to work on, and so on. And it's still working. It's still working. It's not done, right? So this is my unread emails, all right, and I got my my urgent tasks, all right, and then I got my today's task, yeah, and then the meetings that I have and their timing, all right. And at the end, suggested the schedule for me to work on my urgent task, what time to what time, the meetings, all right, when to work, when to prepare for the meeting, the unread time, and it planned the whole day for me. And then I can follow up with prompts like provide more details on urgent task, which email should I prioritize, and so on. Do you have any questions so far?
Yes, Ayman Ali here from Hamad Medical Corporation.
Hello, Ali.
Yeah, in couple of minutes before you said that you need to have a personal co-pilot license or you have enterprise license. So if I go with the enterprise license for the co-pilot, so is that I can use in Power Platform and as a standalone co-pilot interface, or how it works? That's the question. Thank you.
No, Microsoft 365 Copilot is a separate license. The Power Platform is a separate license. Or actually, let me confirm this. I believe Power BI is a separate license, right? Let me confirm. This is a very good question. Okay. What? Let me confirm, and I'll share with you the link. Trying to find the link with all the
Okay.
apps included. This is the website. Let me do the search with you. Should be all on the same page. So that's the landing page for the Microsoft 365, where you get to download the app or try it. So for business, for enterprise, for personal use, and let's say for enterprise, let's see what they have here. To Copilot chat, Copilot app, right? Research, analyze. Okay, that's the research is the new Copilot capability. The analyze. These are all new Copilot capabilities, by the way. Yeah. And this update will be completed by the end of May, but they started rolling out things. Copilot chat is going to be different. Copilot search is going to be different. Copilot research is going to be different. Copilot analyst is going to be different as well. So we have Outlook, PowerPoint, and Teams, and I believe no, it's not part of it. Power BI and Power Platform is not part of it, Senor. Yeah. But that's been said, it depends on your agreement with Microsoft. Maybe you get it bundled, so you have to check with your IT team.
Okay, thank you, Ayman.
You're welcome. So let's carry on with your with our scenario. You see, if I want to access the history, there is this panel to the right of my screen. If I expand it, I can quickly access the history. So key actions that we've done earlier. All right, because the last prompt we did is to draft a team message to the design lead with a request for 3 banner mockups for our Aqua Sync, and then it created this for me. I could have done it from Outlook as well. This whole email I could have done in Outlook. So I can go to Outlook. Let me just switch to my training email. Yes, there we go. So I can switch to Outlook, all right? And from Outlook, I can go for a new email. And let me pop this one out, make it larger. And now I can draft with Copilot. I'll click on draft with Copilot, type my prompt in here, which was draft a team message, yeah, and then send this to Copilot. So Copilot will do the needful for me, drafting the email for me. There we go, email is drafted. So if I want, I can keep it, I can retry, I can make it shorter, make it longer, I can change the tone, I can make it direct, casual, formal, I can even write him a poem. So let's say formal, and there you go. If I like it, I keep it. I get rid of those additional stuff. And now I can send it. Or maybe I want some coaching. So I'll click on the Copilot icon at the top right corner of my screen and click Coaching by Copilot. By clicking Coaching on Copilot, this feature will allow Copilot to analyze my email and then get me some suggestions to enhance the tone. Friendly yet professional. So replace could you kindly create with, we would really appreciate it if you could create. Yeah. So some suggestions to enhance the tone, express more appreciations, be more specific, related to the reader sentiment and the clarity of my email as well. So if I want, I can apply all of those suggestions. So Copilot will show me a preview after merging the suggestions with my email. If I like it, I'll just replace the original email, and there we go. I got my email ready for me to send. Okay. So that's one way to do it as well. Do you have any question for me? Let me take a look at the chat. Did I miss anything? Okay. Okay. All right. Is there any scenario you'd love to know, or I carry on with my flow? Yeah. All right. I'll carry on. Now, I'll show you something from different on different platforms. So I can go to Microsoft Teams, for instance. On a new chat, I can ask Copilot to maybe I switch to web. You see the difference here between work and web is that work is related to my organization. Web is more of a web-related Copilot, it's like your ChatGPT and so on. So I'm going to ask Copilot here to draft us 3 social media posts, yeah, for our AquaSync targeting Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Well, rest in peace, Twitter and X. Highlight product innovations, hydration benefits, and so on. And I'm going to send this to Copilot. There we go. I got the 3 posts on Instagram, caption, there we go, and then these with hashtags. And it suggests some visuals for me as well. On LinkedIn, it will do 1, 2, 3. If I run the same prompt on an agent called Visual Creator, I will get different results, all right? I will send this one, and then I got the results, and then I can allow, this will allow me to, let's say, add a document. If I have a document to upload, I can upload it. I can ask it to generate an image, but because I'm on web, I won't be able to do that. All right. I mean, I'm able to upload, but it will not see my OneDrive documents unless I attach them. So let's do this. I'm gonna attach a file. Easier if I upload it. Okay, and this file was it was something related to AquaSync. Was it, remember, I save it on this OneDrive or this OneDrive? Yes. There we go. So use the content of this document to generate an image to illustrate the idea. Make the style of the image realistic, cinematic, aesthetic, or whatever. All right. So a lot of that. What am I typing? What am I typing? All right, documents and so on. So despite all of these typos, it would understand. Let me just send it to save time. For a reason, it couldn't generate the content from this one. Let me follow up like this. Did you learn the content of the attached document? Yeah, always ask if the Copilot understands what you're working with, and then ask it to generate something. Yeah, it says yes, it reviewed the document. Now, can you please generate a realistic image for my product, and to test if it understood really the content or not? I'm not going to say AquaSync and so on. I'm just going to say my product, and let's see if it will leverage the content on the document. So it's creating the image now. See, I could have created an image from anywhere, even from the normal chat, but the visual designer is pre-prompted in a very good way to generate images. So we prefer creating images from here. And on the new update, this visual designer is going to fly. You will get new features, crazy features, yeah? It generates realistic images, illustration, 3D, whatever, and then maybe you select a certain part of the image and ask Copilot to remove it, change the background. You will do amazing things on the new visual creator with the new updates of Copilot, which is arriving by the end of this month. There we go. I got the first image for my product, and it understood. Actually, it did understand the content. There we go. Brilliant. Now, do you have any question for me? All right, I'm accessing Microsoft 365 because I want to take you into a journey in another application, right? So we want to use Microsoft Loop. All right, just allow me a second. Okay, now to access Microsoft Loop on the search area, I'm going to type Loop, and then I will access Loop from here. And then I can start by creating a new workspace or access one of the existing workspaces, all right? So this workspace is for, let's say, all my social media posts that I will create for my AquaSync products, right? And then I'm going to create my workspace. So I'm going to start by asking Copilot to, I'm going to click on the plus sign here, and wait for it to load the components, and then draft with the page content with Copilot, or maybe I just type the prompt here. It works. Any of them works. So Copilot suggests some ideas for me to use, but no, I want my own. And here is my own for you to know what I'm typing. So I'm asking Copilot to draft 3 social media posts. It's the same thing that we've done earlier. Tailor each post for Instagram and so on and Twitter, highlighting what I want to highlight. All right, and send that to Copilot. Let Copilot generate the content for me. So it created those posts for me. Okay, now this panel on the right will allow me to add follow-up prompts. Like, for instance, maybe I want to turn these social media posts into collaborative component and assign Sarah, Omar, and Layla or Raver from my team. All right, I'm gonna use our colleague who's here on the call, Iman. I'm gonna say Rania. Let's say if it will pick the names without the full name, Rania, and let's say Ariel. Is that how he spells his name, Ariel? To provide feedback on tone, clarity, and so on, right? And I'm gonna send this one to Copilot. All right, it just took it as I'm adding it. Feedback assignment. This is a collaborative component, so they can come and add their feedback in here. All right, I can change the locations the way I want. All right, and I can click here to add another follow-up prompt, and I see that the previous prompts. You see, it keeps the previous prompts as well. All right, maybe I want to follow up and say, you know what, Copilot, I want you to create a table to track approval status, assigned reviewers, and so on, feedback notes, and final version status for each social media post. So I'm gonna send that to Copilot. And there we go. It gave me the details. So if I want to keep this one, I could have, let me just go back here and this one, all right. I'm gonna have to, because that's the last one and it actually deleted my content, right? So what I will do, I will copy the previous one and then add it. I'm gonna show you another technique to do it. As the post, the create a table thing that I've done earlier, I could have come here to the middle of the page and ask Copilot to do this. To create the table, all right? And then I can go for another part on the page and ask Copilot to create alternatives, for instance. Create 2 alternative versions for each social media post for A and B testing purposes, focus on lifestyle, imagery, and so on. There you go. I got my content ready. All right. So these are different platforms. You have to try Copilot in all of them to see which Copilot gets you the look and feel that you want, because their answers are different. You see, even the email we wrote on Outlook is different from the email we wrote on Teams, right? So you have to give it a try. So this today was a quick overview, a jump start of the different capabilities of Copilot in different applications within Microsoft 365. We will not let you leave empty-handed. We will share with you a certificate which is assigned to you by Microsoft through a voucher code. Please redeem the code and redeem your certificate. It's a shareable certificate on social media. Yeah. And you can print this certificate and so on. The last activity will be sharing with us your feedback. Would love to know your valuable feedback. How did we do on this session? How to enhance our future sessions. But before we reach this activity, do you have any question for me? Do you have anything in mind that you want me to demo? Zishan, yes, it's part of the office tenants. Yes, yes. And not only this, even OneNote has some scenarios. I mean, some what do you call it? Copilot capabilities, right? Even OneNote, it has Copilot, and you can ask Copilot to generate content and so on, reorganize your content. I asked it once to reorganize my content, and it actually created this for me. It added all those pages. I mean, those pages were there, don't get me wrong. All of these pages were there. It just categorized them for me, all right? And it did that here on this section. It created study material section for me, and then miscellaneous section for me, right? And it organized my OneNote. All right. Wael said, I need to ask about Copilot security. If I ask Copilot, he will search for the result in the complete organization, Office 365 data, or only my Office data. You answered your question, Wael. It's only your data. Copilot sees what you can see. It's based on the individual's permissions. All right. So if you ask Copilot something, and then Copilot was able to access data that you're not supposed to access, this is a problem called oversharing. We have this in several organizations. People share, and then when they create a sharing link, they don't specify the people they want to share with. They let the link to be available for the whole organization. And there are so many cases like this one. Those links Copilot can access. Yeah. So part of what we do in our adoption program, as technology, we help organizations within their adoption journey, starting with the technical enablement. Yeah. Let's work on your data. Let's clean your data first. Get you ready for Copilot, and then we help with the implementation, and then we help with the trainings as well for the employees, executives, and so on. So yeah, it's a crucial part of the adoption program, is to work on your data. Any other question?
Can you resend the redeemed vouchers for at Microsoft 360 and this one?
The voucher for the certificate, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Right away, coming up.
Thank you.
Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Ministry of Finance. My name is Dr. Omar.
Hello, Dr. Omar. Omar Farah. We've met Omar
please.
Farah, right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I remembered. I thought the name is not. Yeah. Good to see you here again. Good to see you for the second time.
Good
I guess you joined yesterday's webinar as well.
Yes, I did. Knowledge is power. Yeah. The other one is art. The other one, which is the one for art also.
Yeah, the one where we generated the dream restaurant.
Yes, art of effective prompting.
Ah, the prompting one. Okay, okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Well, great pleasure to have you on those webinars, Omar.
Thanks a lot.
Well,
Appreciate it.
Omar, you should definitely take a look at Copilot Security.
I will be going all the way, but I wanted to understand what is happening at the development stage, what is happening at administration before I go to security.
Brilliant. Then join us on our QDA webinar, QDA classes, which is the next level. We do those webinars for the persona and product base, but then the live classes are for creating your own agents, for instance, extending Copilot capability, which doesn't really need development background to do or to join. So
no problem.
the invitation is for everyone.
I want to go do actually on AI. I want to do DevSecOps full, like the way I've done from IT, so that I understand what is happening at each stage. So because you cannot secure what you can't see.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Anytime. I'm just fetching the links. Allow me a second. Meanwhile, I'm going to give you the feedback form. Until I get you the link for the certificate. Right, there we go. We got the form in here. Right, that's the feedback form. The form is going to ask you for the trainer name. And here is the trainer name. If you guys are active on LinkedIn, feel free to link me in. As I mentioned at the intro, my name is Ayman Khalifa. I usually spell it with an AI, so my my punchline here is call me AI man. That's my superhero name for the day. So yeah, if you have any question after the training, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to help and assist.
Thank you.
For you to redeem your certificate, here is the link to redeem your certificate. All right, I'll share it on the chat window, and I'll share with you as well the steps to redeem your certificate. All right, everyone. I would like to thank you for allowing me the time to present to you today. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the interactions and the questions. I wish you all the best on your future endeavors and initiatives. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye bye.
Thank you for
Assalamu
providing a
alaikum.
valuable training, sir. Thank you so much.
Appreciate your
Thank
good
you, sir.
words, Kalim.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye bye.